Hello everybody, Trixie541 here, back at it again with another episode of our Minecraft Let's Play. Today we are on episode, I believe, 22 if I'm not mistaken. Last week we left off where we were exploring a cave system after going through the woodland mansion. Our little cookie LA lit on fire multiple times while we were trying to get out of this cave system. And we found this amethyst. It was a good time. I thought that was a good place to end it off. But now, I kind of just want to see if we can go home. You know, we'll run around for a bit after we get out of the cave. And then I say we teleport home. And I throw away some diamonds, you know? And one of these. At least one, if not two of these. I've also made the unfortunate discovery that my little golden boots that I loved so much, unfortunately have left us. So when we get back home, that is also something I'm going to have to recraft. But I'm looking forward to running around with you guys again, starting off the week strong, you know what I mean? Another thing I'd love to do when we get back to our home is start working on getting, start working on getting looting on our sword. I'd love to do that. And also, I really want to make a compass so that I don't have to utilize teleportation as much. I do really enjoy the fact that most of you seem to be alright with me using cheats every now and again. And, I really appreciate that because a lot of Minecraft Let's Players are very hardcore against it. But I don't want to have to rely on it solely, you know what I mean? So, we're gonna dig our way out of here, and then I want to make a compass so that when we do go on these adventures, I can actually try to get home, you know, because the compass points to your respawn point. I think that'll be nice. So, what is new with everybody? I've just kind of been following the Pokemon community like normal, waiting for my pottery done. I know I talked about that last week. And, playing D&D and stuff. Funny thing about D&D, actually, we had what was supposed to be our 9th session last week, and our DM was a no-show. When we asked where he was, he basically told us, in a pretty mean way that he didn't want to DM for us anymore. So, unfortunately, that campaign is now done. Good news though, between the four of us, we have elected a new DM, so it'll be better because the old DM was kind of just an old coworker of ours. He wasn't actually fully part of our friend group, so it wasn't too much of a loss. It's just upsetting the way that things ended, but it is what it is. And now that the new DM has been elected and it is one of our old party members, so our actual friend group, we're hoping for good things to come with the new campaign that she's planning. We already feel a lot better about the situation, and we have a much better party built up. So yeah, one of the biggest things with the old campaign was that the DM really didn't make there be a reason for our party to be traveling together. And now, before we even have a story set up, this current DM actually has a reason for our party to be traveling together and want to stay together after everything is said and done. So we are really looking forward to that. Things are looking up for D&D, that's for sure. And we're all really looking forward to what our friend will come up with for this new campaign. Yeah. Have you guys heard the rumors about Nintendo Direct tomorrow? People are saying that there's going to be Pokemon news, not necessarily a lot, but at least a little tidbit of information. So that's exciting. We can hope, you know, this cobblestone. What is this? I don't really have much. I want to keep the calcite. I want to see if I can do anything with that. Oh, I don't know what I just threw away. I kind of need that. I don't need the cobble deflate. Alrighty. But yeah, that's super exciting. Let's hope for some more Pokemon news. I've already decided that that new Gallade type Pokemon, I'm going to be using him on my team. So that was definitely a great addition to the roster for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm looking forward to using him. At least I'm gonna get a male. I've also heard that this is the fully evolved form, and they will be adding a pre-evolution form as well. So I'm super excited to see what that looks like. Hopefully it's a cute one. I really liked Claus, I believe is how you pronounce it. The crab boy. I really liked him as well. I'm just super stoked to see what new Pokemon get added. I'm very excited for the game, and I'm looking forward to it. I need to catch up on anime. I've been falling behind on Overlord and Made in Abyss. I think at the moment I'm currently 3 or 4 episodes behind on each one. So that is super disappointing, but I just haven't really had time between work and the vacation and everything else. Everything's back on like overdrive, so I will eventually get back into the anime and give you guys an update on how I'm feeling about where it's going. It'll probably be all good things, but you know, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to watching the rest and seeing what happens. What else, my man? What are some of your favorite D&D characters, you guys? I have always wanted to play D&D, so I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm looking forward to the new campaign. My first character was a kind of shy academia dragonborn. I really liked her, but I just found that she was a little bit boring to play in at least the campaign setting that we had. It was just a little bit too simple, you know? She could make some influence, but she was the egghead, so for the most part she was just reserved and, you know, plain Jane. I'm really looking forward to the new campaign because I am going a little bit more unhinged. I am playing a chaotic neutral homebrew mushroom, actually, and if I had to describe him, it would be the memes that have come out of him already. Basically, everyone in the group has decided that I basically just created the Lorax, but it's a mushroom. So I'm very excited. He's not as put together as the Lorax, that's for sure. He's definitely more chaotic, and he can't really speak properly either. He can speak fluent Druidic, Sylvan, and Broken Common. So it'll definitely make for some interesting situations. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he comes up with. But it looks like it's going to be really fun to play his character, and I'm really excited to just play this sentient mushroom. I've already talked to the new DM. Oh, there we go. We're still in the Dark Oak Forest. Sweet. I don't know where our Alays went. Oh well. I've already talked to the new DM, and basically she has approved his size and speed and all that. He basically is the size of a milk jug. He's a foot tall. He weighs 8 pounds, so he's extremely light. I could have made him heavier, but I figured it's a mushroom, you know, they're not very heavy. So he's an 8-pound foot tall mushroom with a 15-foot walking speed, which is still ridiculously fast for something that's a foot tall. We had made jokes about this meme that we saw on Pinterest, where basically, depending on what class you are, if you weigh less than 15 pounds, you can actually use Mage Hand to just fly. And the DM thought that was hilarious, and she said I might actually make a special Mage Hand spell that druids can learn, because as of 5e, I guess, or I don't know, as of D&D rules, druids cannot learn Mage Hand, but she says she liked the idea so much, she's going to make a special spell so that my mushroom character can learn Mage Hand and potentially just, you know, fly himself up mountains while the rest of the party struggles, or stuff like that, because he's a foot tall and he doesn't have a fast walking speed. She just thinks it would be hilarious for him to just grab himself and fly around. So that's probably going to be a thing. She says she doesn't know if she wants to make it a cantrip, because that's a little OP, considering his other perks that we'd agreed on. but she's not sure if she wants to make it like a 3rd level spell either. She might end up making it a 1st level spell. We'll have to see what she ends up deciding on, but basically, he gets additional points to his wisdom because he's a sentient mushroom, and he gets additional points to, I believe it was his dexterity, because he's small. Not only that, but one of his other perks is, because he's a mushroom, he has something called poison spores as just an ability that he can use. So when in combat, I believe we agreed on once per, I'm not sure if it was long rest or short rest, but once per unspecified rest period that I have to look at his character sheet for, he is able to create a cloud of paralysis spores in the immediate spaces surrounding himself and paralyze anyone around him for a set number of turns. So I think that's hilarious, considering as a druid he already has a spell, a cantrip, called Poison Splash, and a 1st level spell, I believe called Thunder something, Thunderbolt, Thunder Shock, Thunder something, Thunder Wave. So basically, this mushroom can talk to animals because he knows speak with animals. He knows the secret forest language of Druidic. He can shoot poison. He has paralysis spores. He can walk at 15 feet movement speed, despite the fact that he's only a foot tall. Like, he's a little OP for being level 1, but I'm really excited to play his character. He's chaotic neutral, and yeah, his backstory is very, Lorax. He, basically, these 4 men, cloaked in black, burned down this sacred forest that I decided to try to model after Hyrule Forest and the Korok Forest in Breath of the Wild. I settled with the name The Slumbering Wood, and basically it's a small section of kind of like Feywild situation. But basically these 4 men, I didn't specify what race they were or why. They burned down the woods, and the spirits of the damned from the woods decided to basically come together and create Skwoop as the embodiment of the forest. His name is Skwoop. He was unnamed until he met one of the party members, which, again, we haven't had Session 0 or Session 1 yet, but we've already decided he will have prior relations with at least one of the party members, and they will have named him Skwoop. Anyway, he is the embodiment of the forest, come back to get revenge for the fallen and murder the 4 men that burned the forest down. So he is living purely out of spite and revenge, and I'm all for it, because yeah, he kind of is the Lorax. He speaks for the quote-unquote magical trees, and it's great. I'm very excited to see what the new DM does with that information, how she fits it in, who she ends up deciding that these 4 men are. It's going to be a whole situation, so I'm really looking forward to it a lot. And we'll have to see. We've got a good party going. Right now the thoughts are we're going to do my homebrew mushroom, potentially a human paladin, that's going to be like a butler, and then I'm not sure what. It's also homebrew. It looks like an elf, but I'm not sure what she is. And then we also have potentially a tabaxi. So that's kind of what we're working with right now. We'll have to see what ends up happening. It's quite the mix-up of characters and wacky foes, but I'm looking forward to it. So we will see. I will tell you guys more when we actually have the campaign going, that's for sure. But pre-campaign, there's some good stuff to work with depending on what the new DM decides to go with story-wise. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, that poor Enderman. Yeah, what are your favorite races to play though? Like, I definitely don't want to throw my Dragonborn character Into the Dust. Eventually I'll play her again, maybe for some one-shots or stuff. And I wouldn't mind DMing a few one-shots for our campaign either, just to give our new DM a little bit of a break and a rest. That way she can play some characters as well. I just have to obviously learn to DM as well, which honestly kind of sounds like fun. I'm pretty organized, but I'm also a little bit aloof, a little bit of a scatterbrain. So we'll see. I feel like it could potentially be a lot of fun to DM. So I'm thinking this is definitely going to be something where she may be in control of the main campaign. But if she wants to take a break, I'm sure all of us will take turns doing one-shots as well. And yeah, I'm super, super stoked. What kind of characters do you guys like to play? Do you guys play D&D? If you do play D&D, are you willing to disclose some wacky stories that happen to your characters? You know, post in the comments below. We can all share and stuff. Could be some fun times. I'm very curious to see how it goes. I really am. Oh. I don't really know where we are right now. I think I'm gonna go to that beach and then we will reconvene, you know, see what's up. Maybe we'll just teleport home. I really did want to, get at least the compass work this episode, but as I don't even know if I'm going in the right direction, we'll have to see. We've just kind of been running around in one direction on the surface. I think I may have passed a lush cave, which, if I'm being quite honest, I should have gone exploring in. I would like to get some spore blossoms. Oh, hey! Well, I wasn't expecting that, but we can definitely go exploring the village. It doesn't look like it's too well established, but it'll do. And that'll give us a nice... Oh. Pardon me, kind sirs. We just want to get through. I'm not going to sleep in the village because that'll mean that I will lose my respawn point at our village, and that's about the last thing I want to do. So we'll explore this village, and then I think I'm going to unalive so that we get teleported back to our village. And then we'll work on building a compass, and I guess I've only got level 2. Oh, so I've got to build some levels as well to see if we can work on getting looting, because let's be real, 2 levels is not going to get us looting money in. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I wonder who lives here. Oh, I thought this was a zombified villager for a second. It's just a nitwit. Excuse me. Interesting little place, that's for sure. I want to get up here, though. I wonder if these guys are trapped down here, because it doesn't really look like they have easy access to the rest of the village. So I'm just going to build a dirt staircase, and that's how we're going to get up here. And there we go, look, they've got a little church. Let's go check out the church. Brewing stand. I like these, but they really don't have much about them, you know? They're just kind of plain Jane. This one doesn't even have anyone sleeping in here. Some bread. Bread's good. Let's go check out the rest of it, though. I have to wonder what other jobs they have. They did have that stone cutter, which was cool, but, you know, it's a stone cutter. Do you guys have a librarian? Do you have anything else? Also, their meeting spots in an odd place. Anybody home? I'm shocked that these beds are all empty. Ooh. I'll take the emeralds. Why are all the beds empty? Does everyone live up top? This is quite a weird layout for a village, and I'm kind of surprised that it's low-key abandoned. That's not usually the case. So I'm just wondering if all of them are living up here, or if something happened. Goodness gracious. Would you leave me alone, please? Oh, okay, so there's a child. Another nitwit. And a jobless villager. So it's definitely a village that needs some work, that's for sure. But you know, it is what it is, I guess. That child hopefully is gonna grow up to have some potential for them, because they don't even have a farmer. Alrighty, I think I'm going to preemptively end it, so that we can go home. That didn't do nearly enough hearts. Come on. Something around here to... There we go. Zombie's such a slow death, though. Oh, there we go. Perfect. You're kidding. Alright, do your worst. Come on. Come on, man. Hit a little harder. There we go. And there we go. We're home. Great. Oh, little baby hasn't hatched. We were probably too far away. We can hatch his little friend. And then we can name him Steve. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize it protruded that much. That's annoying. There we go. Got Steve and his little buddy now. So let's actually go in here. We're gonna have to throw some things out. Carpet? Random carpet. Alright. We will throw out a totem of undying for all of our teleportation, 2 diamonds for all of our teleportation, an emerald for all of our teleportation, and 2 stacks of amethyst for all of our teleportation. The rest we can put away in our chest as the spoils of our journey. Oh, sorry, my man. Calcite. We've got this cool music disc. I would like to make a jukebox. This counts as a special item. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. That's kind of weird. I have a diamond hoe and an iron hoe? I don't know how that happened. That counts as a monster drop. And then... building material. Ah, alright, well... guess that's just mine now. Alrighty. Let's see what's being offered first and foremost. I love the noises that the amethyst makes. Oh, right, I don't have any lapis. It's just so magical. Our enchanting room looks so nice with all the amethyst. Let's see here, get some lapis up in here. And we will see what enchantments... Oh, and then a book as well. Just in case. If we have a book, we could potentially get looting on the book instead of the sword. Oh, I can't enchant a sword that's already been enchanted. Do I have any diamonds left? Ah, I have a diamond sword right there. Goodness gracious, I'm a scatterbrain. Alrighty, so... diamond sword. And lapis. So I've got sharpness on that, potentially. And smite. So I'm gonna have to get some more levels, enchant the book, and then reset. That'll reset the enchanting table. I keep hearing zombies again, and I do not understand. But yeah, I guess in the meantime, we could go to the Nether. I'm actually gonna take a look at our cartographer. I'm not quite sure if I named him. I don't really remember. I haven't named him. Woodland Explorer, Ocean Explorer. Those are the ones he has. I was low-key hoping if he had something to a nether fortress. Because we haven't discovered another fortress here. And we're going to need another fortress if we want to... we're going to need another fortress if we want to take on the Wither, which is ideally what we're going to be doing soon, actually. I really... Oh, no. No, I didn't want another bush. I really would like to take on the Wither with you guys. I think it'll be so much fun. Obviously, we are not spawning him next to the village, because that's just a disaster waiting to happen. But, yeah, I would like to fight the Wither. I think it would be so much fun to fight Minecraft bosses, because it's something that I don't normally do. So, definitely looking forward to it. Why did I gain EXP? Oh. Did one of them die trying to go through the portal? That's upsetting. But anyway, we have the basalt structure here, which we already looted quite a few episodes ago. Oh. My bad. I'm gonna have to see if I build a bridge there to stop this from happening. Hold on. Let me just grab some deep slate. I also need to get some tropical fish to put in here because my axolotl did despawn. There we go. Cobbled deep slate. And I'm actually gonna cut it so that it looks really nice because this is no charge to me. And we'll just do our deep slate tiles. I really like the look of the deep slate tiles a lot. Like, a lot. I think they are fantastic. They're a lovely block. It's not something that I'd build with, obviously. I like bright colors. But, I do really like the deep slate tiles a lot, and that's why I added them to my mine. So, without further ado, we'll go back. We'll build us a small bridge. That way we can actually get across. And then I'm going to start looking for another fortress with you guys. Obviously the goal is level grinding at the moment to see if we can even get looting on our sword. But I also would really like to find another fortress that once we have the looting, we have something to loot. There we go. And I can already see some quartz over here, which will also help repair our currently busted diamond pickaxe. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing bosses and boss battles with you. Excuse me? Excuse me? That's mean. That's mean. Oh, I'm not wearing any gold, that's why. I'm not used to that. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to keep getting gold then. The zombie pigmen I don't think attack you if you're not wearing gold. Yeah, they don't care. But the piglins will. Thankfully, as long as I don't disturb the zombie pigmen, I should be okay because I can just run from piglins. So it's not a huge concern. We were talking about bosses, yes. Goodness, my train of thought. I am really excited to take on Minecraft bosses with you guys. I think it's going to be so much fun because it's not something I normally do. And I really do want to actually take on the bosses and win, hopefully. Hopefully win. Obviously, for me, there's no other benefit than the satisfaction of taking on the bosses. I don't know how to use beacons. I don't know how to use an elytra very well. The last few times I've tried to use elytras in other worlds that I've played on, it's gone badly and I've plummeted to my death. So, yeah. Ugh, stupid gas. Really? Shoo. I just want to mine some of this. I also don't know what gas tiers are good for. Does anyone know what gas tiers are good for? Someone explain to me what gas tiers are good for in the comments. Help me out a little bit. I've always thought it's been fun to take on ghasts, but I literally don't know what gas tiers are good for. Oh, I missed. Missed again? Up. Yay! I thought I got that one already, didn't I? I guess I didn't. Well, let's go see if she dropped a tier. And, I guess just keep it as a treasure. She did. Again, I don't know what gas tiers are good for. If you guys know, let me know so that we can actually use that little treasure, hey? But yeah, as far as defeating the bosses go, defeating the Ender Dragon is really only good for the EXP for me, because we can use it to enchant more things, I guess. And I guess get to the end city, where we can then grab Ender Rods and stuff for decorating. And obviously the Elytra is a must for a lot of people. I can't use Elytras. Every single time I use an Elytra, I have died. So I'll have to figure out how to use them. But that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to doing. And then there's also the Warden now. I'd like to find an ancient city. I think that would be cool. But defeating the Warden is going to be pretty scary. Pretty scary. So it'll definitely be interesting. What is the scariest Minecraft mob to you guys? For me, it's probably the Wither, if I'm being completely honest. The Warden is terrifying, don't get me wrong. But I think the Wither just poses more of a threat in general, just because it can destroy so much. Like, the Warden's definitely terrifying. Walking into the, like, hearing one of those sculk sensors go off, absolutely terrifying. So I guess the Warden wins on the terror level, but as far as the, oh, this is going to be a huge problem, probably the Wither would be the worst one, and I think that's why players can choose where to spawn it, just because of the sheer amount of destruction it causes. The Warden doesn't really cause destruction, he just attacks the player, so once he's spawned, other than the whole, oh, I'm legally blind now situation, he's not too sketch to deal with. He hits like a truck. He hits like a truck, don't get me wrong. Full netherite won't save you against the Warden's attacks. But, I don't know. The Wither is just more of an issue, I feel like, so I think that's the one I want to do first. Just because it'll be a more interesting fight. And then the Warden will definitely be, like, probably the last boss that we try to take on. So, yeah. I've gotten a few levels, you know, we've kind of been going for it. We've gotten a few levels. We've been killing piglins as we go, because they don't like the fact that I'm not wearing gold. So I think I'm gonna leave the episode here, and we'll just run around the nether for a bit, you know? Run around the nether for a bit, get some leveling up going on so that we can get looting, and eventually we will hopefully find another fortress and start actually getting, start actually getting things taken care of and getting things done. Oh, they run? Interesting. But yeah, this is where we're gonna leave it for today. I had a really fun time with you guys, and I look forward to exploring the nether some more and getting some more levels. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.